Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. Before we get started in this video, in my description box, I have ways to help support the channel. But if you could also really help engage, that means like leave a comment or share this video with somebody, like this video, subscribe to our channel. That'll really help push us out to more people so that we can reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We are not even halfway there yet, and I've had this channel for a number of years now, but I would really like to get us to my first goal of 1,000. Thanks so much for being here. Today is a teaching video where I'm going to talk to you guys about how I run my small groups in my room. This year I've utilized a framework where I do everything small groups so that I'm able to reach the students more. The kids really are struggling with doing a lot of whole group things. I feel like it's harder to reach all of them doing it whole group, so I found it for me easier and more productive to do everything small group where I can have everybody up close and personal to me. So in my small groups, the ones that you're going to see in this video, they are my morning groups. In my morning groups, I have shared reading, I have calendar, I have Heggerty, and with my shared reading group, that is coming from a program or a curriculum that we use called Bookworms. For our Heggerty, that is a phonemic awareness program that we utilize in our county. A lot of people have been utilizing it with the science of reading. And then I also have calendar, which I have one of my parents. She used to homeschool her kids, and she actually did calendar with her kids every day, and I watched her do it with my kids over the summer, and I really love how she does it because she incorporates so many skills. So with my morning groups, I group them based off of math because I integrate math skills into the Heggerty portion and into the calendar portion. So let's start with the first part. When the kids come to me, they do the shared reading. We read a book. We read the same book all week long. In this video, you'll actually see, I'm actually going to post the full example next week, where I filmed from one day of one week and one day of another week. So one day of one week we had a nonfiction book, the other day we had a fiction story. In shared reading, we read that same book every single day. We focus on questioning, partner reading. I also have integrated story elements into my piece that's not necessarily in the bookworm structure for shared, but I've integrated it into mine. And then we also do something called word study, where we're focusing on letter naming, letter sounds, word structures, beginning sounds, matching those sounds in the middle, all those different things. We also focus on parts of the book, front cover, back cover, cover page, what we find on those different elements. There is a sentence structure part where they unscramble a sentence and we have to put it back together. I did not put that part in here because I don't always get to that. I typically try to focus on that part when I do writing and with my groups that have dictated sentences for our small group reading portion. But those are kind of the highlights, so you'll see footage on that. For Heggerty, you're going to see the footage of just kind of a small snippet of what that kind of looks like, where that's very explicit. There is a very explicit lesson in there as to what they do each day. It's very simple. It typically takes about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm also going to link the Heggerty YouTube channel in my description box so that you can see what a full lesson looks like. And I do believe that on their actual website, you can pay to have all of the Heggerty lessons to utilize. And that's stuff that you could utilize if like you have a sub or something like that, and they can pull it up and have the kids watch it that day. So my sound chipped out here, but basically what I was saying was that at the end of Heggerty, with the extra 5 minutes that they have before we rotate, I have them do counting, number recognition, or sympathizing. And then when we get into the calendar portion, this is where my other pair focuses on the today, yesterday, tomorrow, the date, how many days of school we're in, and counting it by base 10 blocks, tens frames, and tally marks. She also focuses on shapes. And then here is where I believe I was talking about just the differences in what it looks like when you have the extra support versus other ways that you cannot have the extra support, because I know that realistically not everybody has 2 extra support teachers in their classroom, and I've not always had 2 extra support people. Sometimes I've not even had 1 extra support person in my classroom. So now I'm just going to throw you into the next clip where I'm kind of sort of talking about something in this area. Because when I taught in Alabama, I did not have, I can't speak for all the districts in Alabama, but the 2 districts that I taught in Alabama, they did not have paras with kindergarten. It was just you as a kindergarten teacher. You did not have a para. And another fun fact is that in one district, kindergarten did not have nap time, but the other district, kindergarten did have nap time. That was a big difference. So there were a lot of different ways. In one county, I was able to utilize technology very heavily in order to really individualize students' needs. In both counties, we had something called Google Classroom. I was able to really utilize that. And that was like kind of extension into classroom, but also into home. There were so many different ways that I was able to differentiate and still do things in small group, even without the manpower. It does take a lot of work, but once you get the bones structured, then it flows after that. So please, at the end of this video, or even when you think about it during this video, as I said earlier in the video, I'm actually going to post the entire example next week. This one is just going to be me talking to you, giving you an introduction into our small groups. Go ahead and comment your questions, even if that means you're watching and then you have so many questions. If you have questions as you're watching throughout the video, I would love for you to comment every time that you have a question that comes to mind, so that way you don't get to the end and forget all your questions. But I do want to do a video answering those questions and also giving suggestions as to what I've either done in the past or things that I've considered testing out, sort of deal. I hope that's everything I need to say in this video. I hope you enjoy the footage as you watch, and please feel free to subscribe, share, please engage with our channel. It helps to push it out to everybody else, and helps to push it out and helps us to get more subscribers and things like that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.